you're talking about helping kids learn and thrive in this back-to-school season. So I'm thinking you have some information that parents can use as actionable information. So let's start talking about brain health. That's the first place. Why should that be such a priority to parents this back-to-school season?
Well, parents really are looking for easy ways to keep their kids healthy and have nice morning routines, and in general, just they're really interested these days in supporting their kids' brain health and wellness. And in fact, according to research from Smarty Pants Vitamins, many kids now view supporting their kids' brain health just as important as supporting their immune health. They want them to do well in school. They don't want them to get really sick. So, yeah, that's top of the mind for them.
I want my audience to know I'm speaking with Dr. Lauren Crosby. She is a nationally recognized pediatrician and parenting expert with over 2 decades of experience. Dr. Crosby, how can nutrition and vitamins support kids' focused learning and strengthen their immune system at the same time?
Yeah, great question. Well, good nutrition, it's a foundation, right? It gives kids the fuel they need to focus and learn. While key vitamins like B, C, riboflavin, and iodine help support the brain health and support immune system function, it's really all about filling in those everyday nutritional gaps so their bodies and minds can stay healthy and keep up all school year.
When you go to the vitamin store or look at vitamins in your local grocery store, there's so many vitamins on the shelf. What's that Smarty Pants Kids multivitamin and omegas apart from all these other supplements on the shelf?
Right. No, it's so true. There are more and more, so many of them. It is very confusing for parents. But Smarty Pants Kids Multi and Omegas stand out because they go beyond the basics. So packing in nutrients that support brain health and growing bodies. Plus, it has unique ingredients like omega-3s and bioavailable forms of nutrients like methylfolate and methylcobalamin that are easily absorbed. They're also quite clean and are free of the 9 major allergens, which is super important because lots of kids have food allergies. So they're safe with this. And most importantly, kids actually love the taste. And that makes it a very simple and stress-free way to help support wellness and brain health really all school year long.
I'm going to take this one from Facebook. The poster wants to know, how do you know that you should start giving your kids this kind of vitamin?
That's a great question. Also, there are a lot of kids that are picky eaters. So it's probably one of the things that stresses parents out the most. And so, parents will come to me and what can I do? Is there something I'm so stressed about this and I worry about them all the time? And so I tell parents that, you want to pick a really quality vitamin that has the nutrients they need. So establishing, a healthy routine is important. It sets kids up for success. You add in a multivitamin that fills in those nutritional gaps, especially for picky eaters. But even kids that aren't super picky, they don't have perfect diets every day. Who does, right? So adding this really can help, and it can also help parents relax and not worry so much about their kids and their nutrition.
Okay, I'm going to take this one again from Instagram. The poster wants to know, how can you tell if you start the routine, say the first of the month of the first of the year, how can you tell if this particular vitamin is working?
Well, it takes time, and you kind of get a sense over time. And just like in pediatrics, we track things over time. We track growth, right? We track weight, we track height, we track everything. So you want to see how your school year is. You want to make sure also that there are other routines too, right? Because a vitamin alone isn't going to solve every problem, but sleep is super important. A multivitamin is super important. We want to make sure kids have healthy breakfast that includes protein, so it can also help maintain their blood sugar, which helps them with their focus and concentration in school. We want to make sure that they get, plenty of exercise and are not filled up with sugary drinks. And so you want to kind of kind of establish all of that as part of your routine. And then I think parents will kind of see over time, over the months of the school year, how their kids are doing. And then, of course, speak with their pediatrician to make any tweaks they need to if they just feel like things aren't going the way they expect or hope. So it's multifactorial, but a really good quality vitamin plays an important role.
Online, is there a place for people to become more aware of what this type of vitamin, Smarty Pants Kids, multivitamin and omega, provides? Can they find out online?
Yeah, absolutely. A really good place is basically they can check out all the Smarty Pants vitamins, full line of vitamins for kids on Amazon. Everything's there.
Well, everything's there. I like that. Thank you so much for sharing and giving us just a little bit of better understanding about taking this for our kids. Have a great day.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of The Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/ValderBeebe Show. We upload